And now let's meet the visiting Chicago Bulls. At power forward, Matas Buzelis. At the other forward position, Ayo Dosunmu. At center, Nikola Vucevic. At shooting guard, Cameron Thomas. At the other guard position, Kobe White. The head coach of the visiting team is Billy Donovan. Starting at power forward, at 6 feet 10, number 10, Jabari Smith Jr. At one, at 6 foot 0 inches, number 5, Fred VanVleet. At 7, 6'10", number 28, Alfred Sengun. At the other end, 6 feet 7 inches, number 1, Amir Sassah. The Animal, standing 6'11", number 7, Kevin Durant.
We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, and both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Dosunmu. Thomas is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Buzelis, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And he makes that one.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
Vucevic with the block. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul.
Fred VanVleet.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Buzelis. Back to White. Now here's Vucevic.
Man, Sengun was practically in his jersey.
And it's Vucevic missing. Sengun, it's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Can't hit that one. Great defense that time from Sengun. Three-pointer. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
A work in progress for the big man. When Sengun is hitting from the outside, this offense becomes dangerous.
Pass to Vucevic. over Şengün. And the Bulls with another miss.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And KD throws it down.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Here's Dosunmu. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Thomas. And Thompson sends it back. And Thompson throws it down.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Bulls trail by 9. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Here they come.
Kobe's checked in for Houston. And Chicago also making a switch. Kevin Huerter. He's checked in for Dosunmu. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. White, good.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
You know, Stan, it is great to see Coby White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude, even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to. He's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe, as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is when you have a guy like that that just keeps getting better.
Love that intensity from Şengün inside, basically overpowering the coverage.
Pass to Vucevic. Thompson against White. Back to Vucevic. Tries from the block. That misses off the backboard.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And the basket by Kobe.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Stripped it away. Down low. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, moving Vucevic inside is like trying to move a brick wall.
And that one drops for him. Thompson's got 8 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's White. Pass to Buzelis. Back to White. Here's Buzelis. Off target from outside. Durant just inside the line. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists in the game. Now here's Thomas. Defense right on him. Off target with his 3. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Pull up Jay. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And here's Herter outside. Rockets with the rebound. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off. And had a clear advantage on the backboard.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose the rebounding battle.
And so it's Houston, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
They've got Tari Eason. He's out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Shepard out there with Alperen Sengun. And it's Okogie in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Here's Smith. Fades back. Sengun with the rebound. Sengun's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bulls trail by 17. It's stolen by Shepard. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. Breaks in life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. And the Rockets making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Dosunmu. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Van Vliet. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
And, you know, it takes an intelligent player to match up with bigger guys and win. Fred VanVleet is that player. He can outsmart guys who have, on paper, the advantage.
White, he's checked in for Chicago. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Hey, Stan, we've exported so much corporate basketball knowledge overseas. Remember when Fratello and you and your brother Jeff would go over there and have these clinics and teach the coaches the game. And they've taken that knowledge clearly and run with it.
No, I think that definitely happened when those guys went over. I think now it's sort of going the other way in large part. I know that all of us in the league now study what the great coaches in Europe are doing, and there's a lot of them, and the game is different, but they incorporate a lot of different concepts. I don't know a staff in the league that isn't spending a lot of time studying the international game.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Rockets. Amen Thompson comes in for Shepard. And Chicago also making a switch. Thomas checked in for Kevin Herter. Here's Thomas. Banked in off the glass. Thomas got his second basket of the game.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 15-point game. Smith outside. And then Smith with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And here's KD for three. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got assist number 5 here tonight. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Houston making a switch here. Adams checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Collins is checked in. Rockets on defense. Smith outside. Shoots. Dosunmu's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Offensive rebound. Back to Durant. Van Vliet against White. Second shot opportunity. 4 on the shot clock. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Dosunmu. And the Bulls with another miss. Rockets leading by 16. Now Eason. Ball's knocked loose. Collins with it. Picked up by Thompson. Thomas gets a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Thomas got 7.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's KD. Hits the outside fadeaway. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
There's Thomas at the 3.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And deadly from pretty much anywhere on the court. Durant is a relentless scorer.
Pass to Smith. Now here's Dosunmu, defended by Durant. Thomas's shot is off.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Those long limbs really help Durant on his way to the basket. And he's so intelligent in how he's able to draw contact.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. And it's Jabari Smith in for Tari Eason. Drills the three-pointer. Durant's got 11 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Thomas gets the bucket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Rockets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that matchup with the Jazz, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Rockets.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the 3 major E's: effective, efficient, and entertaining.
I like the way you did that.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Coby White is out there with Cam Thomas. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Vucevic, and it's Buzelis in at the power forward. White, good. White's got 7 points.
You got to commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Van Vliet passes to Şengün. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star, very different.
Did Şengün answer the bell tonight, or what? Tremendous offensive performance.
White against Van Vliet. And it's White missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
We got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Rockets. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long, and guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right. Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Right the pass to Dosunmu. They set the pick. Thomas, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Thompson. For Chicago, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Houston. Takes a shot at the elbow, and Vucevic pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. There's plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Buzelis. He averages about 5 points a game. Pass to Thomas. Vucevic is screen on Thompson. Thomas, no good. Rockets leading by 20. Van Vliet finds Şengün. Here's Smith. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. It's picked off. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Coby White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. For Houston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. The shot by Thompson, no good. Bulls trail by 17. Here's the lob to the hoop.
2 minutes remaining.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Alperen Sengun.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Okogie's checked in for the Rockets. And the Bulls making a change also. Herter's checked in. Well, as you can now see on the 2K leaderboard, these are the NBA's steal leaders since the All-Star break. Red Van Vliet on top. Second, Amen Thompson.
What a job both of them have done defensively in the open court. They've really gotten a feel for their opponents the more they see them.
Clock at 6. Here's Thomas. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Thomas got 17 now.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to Sengun. Back to Durant. Sengun with a screen on Herter. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Shepard comes in for Thompson. The Bulls also changing it up. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Buzelis. Williams comes in for Thomas. And Terry's subbed in for Coby White. Bulls trail by 16. Williams with a clean look. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Shot by Terry, no good.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
A deep 3 from Durant. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Adams. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Amen Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And the 3 ball is good. Finney-Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bulls trail by 14. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
So that brings him up to 4 fouls. So he's forced to hold himself back a little now, which may make him a target for the offense.
Smith kicks to White. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Thompson. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. White down low. Eason on him. He can't get that one. Rockets leading by 14. Thompson passes to Adams. White against Eason. Tips it. On the wing, Thompson. Over Smith. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Bruce Ellis is checked in for the Bulls. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, oh, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Tari Eason. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Okogie subbed in for Amen Thompson. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün is still able to play above the rim.
Thomas against Van Vliet. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Durant, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Durant. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Durant's got 23 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Dosunmu. Here's Buzelis. Off target from three-point range. Şengün passes to KD. Şengün with a screen on Huerter. And Durant can't get that one to fall.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make him pay.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Alperen Şengün.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up, and that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Pass to Buzelis for three. And it's KD with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Free throw line jump shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Bulls trail by 21. White with it, picked up by Thompson. There's Thomas with the 3. Şengün with the rebound. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Sengun.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
From deep, Thomas hands it from downtown.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Terry outside. So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on. Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Olman, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.